In previous class, I explained about PN junction diode, and I have given a small introduction on transistor, BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Okay, this is a very important device used in electronics industry, that is transistor. Transistor seems is a back-to-back diodes, means is a sandwich of two diodes, two PN junctions. Okay, this is a three-terminal device. Okay, one terminal is emitter, base, and collector. We have three terminals. Diode is two-terminal device. Okay, here the transistor is three-terminal device. The terminals are emitter, base, and collector. Okay, and the interface between the emitter and base, okay, forms a junction, one junction, and the interface between the base and collector, okay, forms another junction. Means we have here we have two junctions. Okay, two PN junctions we have, and the emitter and collector are made up of same material, either P type or N type, and the base is the different material. If collector and emitter are P type material, base is N type material. If emitter and collector are N type material, and base is made up of P type material. So the base is made up of is a different material from the emitter and collector. Okay, here we have two configurations. One is PNP transistor, second one is NPN transistor. Okay, in PNP transistor, emitter and collector are P type materials and base is N type material. In case of NPN transistor, emitter and collector are N type of semiconductor materials, and base is made up of P type semiconductor material. Here these two are the symbols of the transistor. Okay, here two symbols are look like same, but the only difference is the direction. Okay, the direction is always shows the direction of holes, means always the direction arrow is from P to N only. Okay, the arrow means it shows the holes direction, it is from P to N. In first case, what is the emitter? P. What is the base? N. So the arrow is emitter to base. Here what is the base? P. What is the emitter? N. So the arrow is reverse, means it is moving from P type semiconductor to N type semiconductor. It shows the direction of holes. Okay, so based on this direction of the arrow, we can identify it is a PNP transistor or NPN transistor based on this arrow direction. Okay, okay, first we see the NPN transistor. Okay, in NPN transistor, the emitter and collector materials are made up of N type semiconductor and base is made up of P type semiconductor. Okay, now I will explain the working of the NPN transistor. See this, before that, this is the N, P, base is P and collector is N again. Here we have three regions. We have three regions, operating regions in transistors. Okay, those are cutoff region, active region, and saturation region. Okay, generally transistors are used as a switch and as an amplifier. Okay, transistors are used for application of switching applications and amplifying applications. Okay, according to the mode, according to the operating region, the transistors act as switch or amplifier. Here we have three regions. First one is cutoff region. First one is cutoff region. Okay, in cutoff region, we have NPN, first junction, that is NP. First junction is means base, emitter junction is reverse bias, and collector second junction also connected in reverse bias. Means both base emitter and collector emitter junctions are connected in reverse bias. Okay, in reverse bias, what will happen? Already I explained what is forward biasing, what is reverse biasing in PN junction diode. Okay, the conduction is takes place only in forward biasing. In reverse biasing, there is no flow of currents across the junction. It not allows the flow of holes and electrons through junction. That is reverse biasing. Only a little current is passing. That is the reverse saturation current. Already I explained about the reverse saturation current. So here the base emitter and a collector emitter, two junctions are reverse biased. Okay, if you connect like that, the region is called cutoff region. In cutoff region, the transistor is in off position, means no flow of electrons or holes through junctions. Okay, second one is active region. Active region means the base emitter junction is forward biased and collector base junction is reverse biased. The base emitter first junction is forward biased, second junction is reverse biased. Okay, in this condition, the BJT is in on position. This position, active region, the BJT is act as a amplifier. Okay, in active region, we can use BJT as amplifying device. Okay, third one, what is saturation region? Here, both junctions are forward biased. Both junctions are connected with forward bias. Here we have high collector current. It reaches maximum value. Its maximum value. Okay, this saturation region means the both junctions are in forward biased. Okay, we have three regions. In first region, both junctions are reverse biased. In second region, one junction is forward biased, second junction is reverse biased, third one is saturation region. In this, both junctions are in forward biased. Okay, the transistor is operating any one of these region. Based on that region, the application of the BJT is different. Now we see the working of BJT. See this? Generally, what is the application of main application of the BJT is? It is used in processors. Okay, the processor used in computers or phone is made up of so many nanotype transistors. Nearly 2 billion nanotransistors are in processor, any phone processor or computer processor. Okay, it is made with transistors which are in nano size, that is 20 nano size, very small transistors. Okay, we are using 2 billions of transistors are used for different processors. Okay, that's why transistor has a wide applications in electronic gadgets for making processors. Okay, see this here, the transistor is used for two applications. One is transistor is acting as switch. Okay, means for on and off of the light we are using transistor. Second one is amplification, means we are amplifying the input. Okay, amplifying the for input into high level, means already you know what is amplification. You already see speakers. Okay, the low voice is amplified to the and given to the speakers for loud voice. Okay, for this purpose we are using transistors. Not only sound, light also amplified by using transistors. Now we see the working. Okay, now we see the working of transistor in active region. Active region. See this? Here, already I told the transistor is resembles like two diodes. Okay, the sandwich of two diodes. But here, practically actually it is not a combination of two BN junctions or two diodes. Here there is a variation. Okay, the width of the emitter is high when compared with collector and base, and the width of the base is very narrow, very thin when compared with the emitter and collector. This is the emitter region. Okay, 1 minute. This is the emitter region. The width of the emitter region is high when compared with the width of the base region and collector region. This is the collector region. Okay, this is the base region. The base region is very narrow. The base is very narrow, and the doping wise also, the emitter is highly doped. Means the emitter, suppose this is NPN transistor. First, the emitter consists of high electrons, because it has doped with high impurities. That's why the emitter has more electrons. Okay, next P type, the base is doped with lightly doped, means it is doped with impurities with holes. So, but the holes are very less because the base is lightly doped. And the last one, that is collector. Collector has moderately doped. The doping of the collector is in between emitter and base. It is the moderately doped. This is N-type semiconductor. So it is moderately doped. The electrons are less when compared with the collector. Okay, this is the arrangement of the NPN transistor. NPN transistor. Now we see the working. This is, now we are seeing the working of transistor in active region. Okay, in active region, you know what is that? The first junction is in forward biased, the second junction is in reverse biased. Okay, see this, we are connecting here, connecting some voltage here. Okay, this causes the reverse biasing here, and the emitter and base are in forward bias. In this circuit is, we are connecting some source, that is battery. Okay, this causes forward biased condition. Okay, first NP region, next second P and second emitter, sorry, base and collector are connected in reverse bias. These two are forward bias, these two are reverse bias. Now we see the working. You know, in forward bias, what will happen? Okay, the depletion region between the at PN junction is reduces. Because of that, the electrons crosses the junction towards base. Means the electrons in the N region is moving towards P region, because that PN junction is connected in forward bias. So the electrons are crossing the junction. Already you know there is holes in the P region, but the number of holes is less. The number of holes is less because it is doped lightly. Okay, now the electrons coming emitted from the N region are entering into the P region. Okay, now the electrons have divided into two parts. One part is filling the holes. Okay, one part is filling the holes, and the electrons which is occupying holes are jumping across the holes and moving towards this circuit positive. This is attracted to the positive terminal. Okay, some current is flowing in this circuit. The current is called base current. The current is called base current because the current is flowing through base because of holes existed in the base. Okay, that is the first part. Here the electrons are combined with, okay, holes, and they are jumping across the holes, means recombining with the holes. That's why it is called recombining current. Okay, this recombining current is moving towards circuit which is connected to the N and P junction. Okay, this is called base current. See this. Okay, the current is moving because of combining of holes and electrons. See this. Okay, now the electrons are from emitter are entering into the base. Few electrons are jumping across the holes. Okay, those are attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery. Here there is a flow of electrons. Okay, this is called current, base current. This is the one part of the emitter current. Now the electrons, because it is lightly doped, we have few electrons only combined with the holes, and remaining electrons which are placed in this P region are collected by the collector. Few electrons only moving towards, remaining electrons are collected by the collector because the region is very thin. The P region is, even it is reverse bias, there is a depletion region here, depletion layer is there, but the P base is very thin. Base is very thin and accumulated with heavy number of electrons, those are easily crossing this layer junction. Okay, here we are connecting with positive because it is a reversed bias. This PN junction is reversed bias. That's why in PN junction reversed bias, the n-type material is connected to the positive terminal. The electrons which are entering collected by the collector are attracted to this positive terminal, that causes flow of electrons in this circuit. See this. Okay, I'm once again explaining NPN transistor. This is emitter, base, collector. Okay, now emitter and base are connected in forward biased, and base and collector are connected in reverse biased. These two are in reverse bias. This junction is reverse biased, this junction is forward biased. Okay, because of forward biasing, the electrons in the collector, means emitter, okay, are moving towards junction, moving to across the junction and moving into the base, So the electrons in the emitter are collected in the base. Okay, this divided into two parts. Okay, some electrons are combined with the holes. The electrons which are combined with the holes are jumping across the holes and moving and attracting towards the positive terminal, that is secondary power source. Okay, these electrons which are moving in this direction are causes base current. Okay, the current flowing through base is called base current, and the remaining electrons which are in the P base, because base is lightly doped, the holes in the base is very less, so recombining current is very less when compared with the electrons accumulated in the base. The electrons which are in the base are attracted towards collector. The collector collects the electrons in the base because the region is very thin, and here the positive terminal which is connected to the N junction that attracts the electrons in the collector. Because of that, if current is flowing through this circuit, the current which is flowing in the second power source is less when compared with the current from the collector. Most of the current is collected by the collector. So you can see here the base current is less when compared with the collector current. Means with a small base current we can produce the large collector current. Means we are amplifying it with a little bit base current. We can amplify the current with this transistor. Okay, here we are controlling. Okay, the emitter first junction is connected in forward bias, second junction in reverse bias. Okay, because of forward bias, the electrons are from N2 move to P base. Some electrons are moving towards this circuit because of holes combining with the holes. They are jumping across the holes. Because of that, recombining current is moving towards this, and remaining electrons are collected by the collector. Okay, here small current in the base circuit is amplified into high current in collector circuit. So this is called amplification. Okay, this is the active region. First junction in forward bias, second junction is reversed bias. Okay, this is the working of the transistor. This is the real shape of the transistor. Okay, by connecting the number of transistors, we can increase the amplification. Okay, by connecting the number of transistors, we can amplify in more levels. This is called this is the working of the NPN transistor in active region. Okay, if both are reverse biased, okay, it is act as a switch. Okay, if you connect both are in forward biased, that is saturation region. We are mostly used the transistor in cutoff region and active region only. So active region act as a amplifier, as I shown in this previous video. And if we connect in reverse bias, means cutoff region, it is act as a switch. Okay, next one is PNP transistor. The working of the PNP transistor also similar to the NPN transistor, but here the majority carriers are holes, because the emitter and collector are made up of with P type of semiconductor. Here the majority carriers are holes. The difference between the NPN transistor and PNP transistor is the polarities, the direction which is connected to the emitter and collector. Okay, here the battery is reversed when compared with the NPN transistor. Here negative terminal is connected to the N type. Here positive means we are connecting positive. Okay, because this is a forward junction. Here P type is connected to the negative because it is reversed bias. But in case of NPN, this is negative, this is positive. Only polarity is changing. Okay, voltage polarity is changing when compared with the NPN transistor. Okay, remaining is same. But in case of in this place of electrons, here transferring of holes are there. Here holes are moving from emitter to collector. Okay, that is the difference between the NPN and PNP transistor. Next one, here we have three terminals: emitter, collector, and base terminals. Okay, here in these three terminals, one is input terminal, one is output terminal. There is a in between a common terminal is there. Okay, based on the terminal which is used as a common terminal, we have three configurations. Okay, first one is common base configuration, means here input terminal is emitter, output terminal is collector. Okay, the common terminal between the input and output is base. Okay, base is the common terminal, that's why it is called common base configuration. Second one is common emitter. Okay, input is base and output is collector. There is the common emitter is the common terminal between the base and collector. Last one is common collector. Here input between the input and output, the common terminal is collector terminal. So here we have three configurations: common base configuration, common emitter configuration, and common collector configuration. We can connect the transistor in any one of these three ways. Every way has its advantages and disadvantages. Now we see this is the PNP and NPN transistors which are connected in common base configuration. See this, the input voltage is applied between the emitter and base. The output voltage is taken between the collector and base. Here base is the common terminal. Okay, here this is the NPN transistor. In NPN transistor, okay, only difference is the direction of currents. The direction of current is reverse. IE and IE currents are reverse when compared with the PNP transistors. Here also the common terminal is base. See this, here the input is voltage is given between the base and emitter, and output is taken between the emitter and collector. What is the common terminal? Emitter is the common terminal between the collector and base. So this type of connection is called common emitter configuration. This is PNP, this is, see this, NPN transistor. Okay, what is the terminal? The input is between base and emitter, output is between collector and emitter. So common terminal is emitter. And third one is, okay, the collector is the common terminal. The input is given to the between base and collector, and output is taken between emitter and collector. The common terminal is collector. It is then the configuration is called common collector configuration. Okay, we are connecting the transistor any one of these configuration based on the applications and the advantages we decide according to desired advantages. Okay, we are connecting the transistor in any one of these three modes: common base, common collector, common emitter. Okay, next we see the characteristic curves of the three configuration. What is characteristic curves? It shows the variation of the input and output voltages and currents. Okay, here we have two types of characteristics: input characteristics and output characteristics. Okay, this is the configuration, this is the circuit, shows the common base configuration. So input voltage, that is connected between the emitter and base. Base is the common terminal here. Okay, here see the notation, VEB means the voltage at E emitter minus voltage at base. The difference between the VE minus VB is nothing but VEB. Okay, that is the voltage across between the emitter and base. Here VCB is the voltage across between the base and collector. Here we are connecting the loads R1 or R2 to control the currents. Okay, okay, see, this is the emitter current, this is the collector current, and this is the base current. Okay, now we have two types of characteristics. One is input characteristics and second one is the output characteristics. Input characteristics are taking the relationship between the input current, that is IE, emitter current, and what is the input voltage? VEB, means base and emitter voltage. The relationship between this current and voltage gives the input characteristics. Like the relationship between the output voltage, that is VCB, means collector voltage is collector minus base. VC minus VB is VCB. Okay, the relationship between the collector current IC and VCB gives output characteristics. The characteristics curves shows represents the variation between the current and voltage. Based on that, we can understand the property and working of these transistors in different modes. Now we see the characteristic curves of this transistor, okay, in CB configuration. See this is the input characteristic curves. Okay, this is the relationship between emitter current and base voltage VEB, input voltage and input current. Input current is taken in microamperes, voltage is taken in volts. Okay, see this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay, there is no current up to certain voltage. This is called threshold voltage. This is called threshold voltage. Already explained what is threshold voltage. That is knee voltage. Means here we have a potential barrier in PN junction. Okay, to overcome that barrier, we need to supply some initial voltage. That is called threshold voltage. Okay, or knee voltage. 0.7 volts for silicon and 0.3 volts for germanium. Already explained. Okay, here up to that voltage, there is no flow of current. Okay. The flow of current is 0. IE is 0 up to knee voltage. Okay, the voltage increases beyond the knee voltage. Okay, the current change of current is exponential. The current is changing in exponential. Immediately the current is increasing. Means the barrier is collapsed. Because of that, the current is flowing. Either holes or in the form of holes or currents. Whatever it is, it crosses the junction, PN junction. Okay, here we are VCB means output voltage is kept constant. VCB is kept constant. Okay, in this, see this, the current is increasing exponentially, but VCB is 0 volts. Okay, whatever it is, that is the first thing. Second thing, if you increase the VCB, okay, here we are taking the relationship between IE and VEB. VCB is constant. Okay, for suppose VCB is increased up to 10 volts. Okay, the VCB is increased up to 10 volts. Okay, the relation between the IE and VEB is same, but the curve is shifted towards left. The curve is shifted towards left. This is called early effect. This is called early effect. Okay, I will explain what is early effect. See this curve characteristics resembles diodes. The characteristics of diodes already I have explained in previous classes. The characteristics of diodes. Why? The PN junction, first part of P and PN junction is connected in forward biased. So that's why the graph, the input characteristics are resembles the characteristics of the diodes, because in transistor first two parts are connected in forward bias. So we are getting forward biased characteristics of the diode. Okay, now why the curve is shifting towards left, I will explain. That is early effect. What is early effect? See this. Okay, if you increase the VC means collector emitter voltage, output voltage is increases, you know, the second junction is in reversed bias. If you increase the voltage, the second junction already it has depletion region, because it is a reversed bias. There is a depletion region, potential barrier between the second PN junction. If you increase the voltage, output voltage, the depletion region increases. The depletion region increases, that penetrates towards the base. The base width is further decreases. Okay, if you increase the output voltage, reversed biased voltage is increased, means that increases the depletion region, that is barrier at the second junction. That causes, okay, the base region is decreases further, because the depletion region at second junction increases, the base region is decreases. It is also generally it is narrow. Okay, because of increasing of output voltage, the base is narrower than previous. Okay, that reduces the input current, reduces the input base current, that is IB. Okay, because of that, okay, the curve is shifted to left. This is called early effect. If you increase the VCB, the depletion region of the second junction increases, that decreases the region of the base. Okay, because of that, okay, the VCB is shifted to left. Okay, still at this curve, the VCB is constant, that is 10 volts at any point of this curve. Okay, this is the relationship between IE and VEB. This is input characteristic curves. Next one is output characteristic curves. Okay, this is the relationship between output current, that is collector current, and output voltage, that is the voltage between the collector and base, VCB, because the circuit is connected in common base configuration. The output is taken from the between the base and collector, that is the VCB. The relationship between the collector current and VCB is output characteristics. See this. This is output characteristics. Here we have three regions already I explained: active region, saturation region, and cutoff region. The okay, here in y-axis IC is collector current is y-axis. Okay, VCB means output voltage in x-axis. Okay, when the VCB is negative means the part which is left of the y-axis is saturation region. This is the saturation region. Okay, and this region is active region. Okay, here this is the 0 milliamperes, that is IC is 0, collector current is 0. Below this line, this region is called cutoff region. This region is called cutoff region. You know that in cutoff region there is no flow of collector current. In cutoff region both junctions are connected in reverse bias. There is no flow of current. Okay, that's why there is no flow of current. This narrow region is called cutoff region. Now we see the saturation region. If you apply negative VCB, okay, what happened? The current means collector current immediately decreases. Saturation region means both are in forward direction, forward biased. Okay, the VCB is 0, okay, at Y, and it decreases means it is towards negative. Okay, the collector current is decreases and immediately closes to 0. Okay, in saturation region the relation is VCB increases, IC increases, VCB decreases, IC decreases. Now come to the collector active region. Okay, if you increase the VCB, the collector current is constant. The collector current is constant. The collector current is depending on the IE, that is emitter current, not on VCB. Okay, here the output voltage not influencing the collector current in active region. If you increase the VCB, still the collector current is constant. So the collector current is depending on emitter current only, not depending on the output voltage. So that's why the transistor BJT is called current control device, current control device, because we are without changing the output voltage, we can change the collector current with the help of emitter and base current. Based on that input current, the output current is depending. That's why we are using this as amplifier device. Okay, so even increase the collector current, sorry, voltage, output voltage, there is no increasing the IC current. The IC current is constant, but depending on the IE, the IC current is depending. Okay, the relation between IC and IE is there, not IC and VCB is there. Okay, now beyond this, okay, beyond this active region, also I explained reverse breakdown, GNR diode I explained. Okay, if the reversed biased voltage increases further, okay, it crosses the breakdown voltage, then comes into the breakdown region. That is the different region. Okay, this is special case. In breakdown region, the current IC is increases suddenly because the reverse biased voltage is beyond the voltage that causes the acceleration, kinetic energy. It gives kinetic energy to electrons. Those are knocked out. One electron, 2 electrons, 4, 4, 8. Okay, those are increasing exponentially. It causes high collector current. Okay, when it is possible, the breakdown reverse and means reverse biasing, the voltage is very high, then only you are entering into this breakdown region. Okay, but in operations we are not crossing active region. We are not coming to the breakdown region. Okay, if voltage is high, then only this region comes. That's why it is in dotted lines. This is the output characteristics of the transistor in common base configuration. Okay, next one is common emitter configuration. Okay, in common emitter configuration, what is the common element here? Emitter. Okay, the input is given between base and emitter, output is taken between collector and emitter. Okay, BE means VB minus VE. VE means the voltage at base minus voltage at emitter. Okay, voltage at collector minus voltage at emitter is VC minus. So here common terminal is E. That's why it is called common emitter configuration. The characteristics are now we see. Okay, similar characteristics you can see here. Almost I have already explained in previous slide. Okay, same explanation is here. Okay, next one, output characteristics. Here also we have three regions. See this. Here the point is the emitter voltage must be positive. Here the emitter voltage must be positive. Okay, to produce the collector current. Positive collector current, the voltage must be positive. That's why here see the region, there is no negative region. Okay, all are comes under positive because here the collector here emitter is the common element for base and collector. The emitter should be in positive voltage, then only it's possible. Okay, the characteristics when compared with the previous common base configuration, the common emitter configuration, we are getting positive voltage only. Okay, there is no negative things. Here this is the saturation region because both junctions are in forward bias. This is the cutoff region, both are in reverse bias. There is no current, increasing current. But here voltage increases means output voltage increases. Okay, collector current is a little bit increases. But in previous output characteristics, it is like horizontal line. But there is a increase, small increase in the increase is there when compared with the common base configuration. Okay, there is a slight narrow, slight inclination is there when compared with the common base output characteristics. Why? This is because of the common base, earlier effect. Okay, see this. This is the common emitter connection. Okay, here we are applying voltage here, common emitter voltage, and this is common base emitter voltage. Okay, now we consider the common base, the voltage between the base and collector. Okay, here see the VCE is the voltage between collector and emitter. VBE is the voltage between base and emitter. Here we have the voltage, that is voltage between collector and base. Okay, this was influenced by VCE because VCE is equal to VCB plus VBE. If you increase the VCE, what will happen? VCB also increases. If you increase the VCE, okay, VCB also increases. Okay, this VCB increases, what will happen? Okay, NPN, this junction is connected in reverse bias. This causes, okay, increase of depletion region, that reduces the base region, Okay, because of that, okay, the region decreases, the collector collects more electrons when compared with the, because the base is narrow, means base current reduces. Okay, further the remaining collector current increases. You know, emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current. If base current decreases means what will happen? IC increases slightly because the increase of VCE called increase of VCB. That increase of VCB, because it is these two are connected in reverse bias, the junction is, width of the junction base J is reduces, that reduces IB. Okay, IE is equal to IB plus IC. If IB reduces means IC increases. That is because the IC is increased further. In previous case, it is horizontal, now it is slant because of that. Okay, because of VCB, it is increased slightly. Okay, this is called common emitter configuration. Next one is common collector configuration. Okay, here the collector terminal is the common junction for emitter and base. Okay, here we have collector in between. The input is between base and collector, output is taken between the collector and emitter. This is the connection. Okay, now we see these are the input characteristics of the common collector junction. Okay, see this input characteristics means we are taking the relationship between the input current, that is base current, and the input voltage, that is the voltage between the collector and base. Because simple thing, the base current goes to zero very quickly as VCB increase. If you increase the VCB means the voltage between the collector and base, okay, if you increase it, quickly it comes to the 0, means a further increase of that comes into the 0. Okay, in previous case that is in increasing mode, slant is the slope is like this, but here slope is in reverse direction. Any further increase of CB, it comes to the 0 immediately. Okay, that is the effect of common collector junction. Okay, here slant in positive side, in previous the here negative side, means the current is first initially high. If you further increase of VCB, it decreases to 0. Okay, this is the input characteristic curves of for common collector configuration. Okay, because we are applying the voltage between the base, we are giving input between the base and collector. Second one, output characteristics are similar to the common emitter configuration. The output characteristics of the common collector configuration is similar to this one. I have already explained. Okay, same. Similarly, the output characteristics also of a common collector also same way. Okay, that's why I am not given characteristics, output characteristics. Okay, it resembles the common emitter configuration. Okay, okay, this is based on these characteristics. Okay, based on our application, we are connecting the circuit. Okay, if any one of this manner, means common base, a common collector, common emitter. Okay, this is about BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Okay, bipolar junction means here the flow of current is due to both holes and electrons. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself. Please ask me regarding BJT, bipolar junction transistor. So 47 or anyone, if you have any doubts, please ask me now.
సార్ ఇందాక ఎన్పిఎన్ దగ్గర 2 బల్బులు పెట్టారు కదా సార్, అది అక్కడ
అవునమ్మా, అవును,
అక్కడ ఒక బల్బు లైట్ గా వెలిగింది, ఒక బల్బు ఎక్కువ వెలిగింది కదా సార్, డార్క్ గా.
అదేనమ్మా యాంప్లిఫికేషన్ అంటే. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు స్పీకర్ లో మాట్లాడతావు కదా
సార్,
చిన్నగా మాట్లాడతావు, కానీ బయటకు వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుంది అవుట్పుట్?
బయట పెద్దగా ఉంటుంది సార్.
అంటే ఏంటి, నీ వాయిస్ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు, సౌండ్ వేవ్ ని యాంప్లిఫై చేస్తున్నావు. ఓకే, అవుట్పుట్ చేంజ్ అవ్వకుండా యాంప్లిఫై చేయాలి. ఓకే, నువ్వు చిన్నగా మాట్లాడింది నీ వాయిసే లౌడ్ లో కూడా సేమ్ నీ వాయిసే వస్తుంది, సేమ్ పీక్ లో పీక్ మారుతుంది, అంతే కదా. ఓకే, అలాగే కరెంట్ ఉంది కదా, చిన్న స్మాల్ కరెంట్ ఇస్తావు. ఓకే, లిటిల్ బిట్ కరెంట్ ఇస్తే వచ్చే అవుట్పుట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, లార్జ్ కరెంట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఆ రెండింటి మధ్య రిలేషన్ మారదు, సేమ్ ఇది ఇచ్చిన దాన్ని బట్టి ప్రపోర్షనల్ గానే అది మారుతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇప్పుడు సెన్సార్స్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నావు కదా, సపోజ్ సెన్సార్ రీడింగ్ మైక్రో వోల్ట్స్ లో ఉందనుకో అమ్మా, కెన్ యూ రీడ్ ఇట్? వెరీ స్మాల్ సెన్సార్ రీడింగ్ వచ్చింది, అది నువ్వు రీడ్ చేయగలవా? అదే దాన్ని యాంప్లిఫై చేసావనుకో ఏమవుతుంది, చూడగలవు కదా. సేమ్ ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ నువ్వు చిన్న స్మాల్ పీస్ ఉంది, దాన్ని నువ్వు నాట్ విజిబుల్ అనుకోండి, వెరీ స్మాల్ అనుకో, మైక్రోస్కోప్ పెడితే ఏమవుతుంది,
కనిపిస్తుంది.
అంటే ఏంటి, వీఆర్ యాంప్లిఫైయింగ్ విజిబిలిటీ. అర్థమవుతుంది మీకు? యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ వాడతారు మనం. ఓకే, వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ యాజ్ యాంప్లిఫైయర్. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ సార్? 10:55 వరకు క్లాస్ ఉంటుంది, మధ్యలో ఇంటరప్షన్ ఉంది కదా సార్. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి సార్. ఓకే, 2 more minutes. Okay, next one is field effect transistor. Field effect transistor. In previous, BJT is the current control device. BJT is current control device. By varying the input current, we are taking the output current. Means base current is the input current, collector current is the output current. By varying the base current, we can control the collector current. Means output current is controlled by input current. That's why it is called, BJT is called current control device. Okay, now we have another type of transistors. Those are field effect transistors. Field effect transistors. Here the output current is controlled by the input voltage. Okay, the current is controlled by voltage here. means by using electric field we can control the output current. Okay, that's why it is called field effect transistors. These are voltage controlled device. Previous BJT is current control device. Here field effect transistors are voltage control device. Okay, what is the disadvantage in BJT? Initially the resistance of transistor is very less. If you supply voltage more than barrier voltage, okay, current is automatically flowing, so the input resistance is very less. That is called input impedance. So the input impedance is very less in case of BJTs. Okay, one more thing is power consumption is more in case of BJT because some current is flowing in the direction in the circuit of base current. Okay, so that is the loss. Okay, because power consumption is more when compared with the FET, BJT current consumption is more. Okay, and output input impedance is very less in case of BJT. So, and one more reason for FET is the input impedance is high in case of FET. That's why we are using FETs more. Okay, now we see what is FET. Field effect transistor. Field effect transistor. Here the transistor is controlled by voltage, that is field, electric field. That is the potential difference. Okay, that is the difference between BJT and FET. Now we see the FET. Okay, FET is a voltage control device. Okay, here this is the unipolar. Okay, BJT is bipolar, means the current is due to both holes and electrons. But here the flow of current is because of only one, either holes or current. That's why it is called unipolar. Okay, the flow of current is due to only either holes or electrons. Okay, it's 9:55. I'm closing the session. Okay, you can leave. If you have any doubts, please type in chat box. From tomorrow we will discuss about field effect transistors. Okay, bye.